Hello friend, this video is for general wellness purposes only and not a substitute for medical advice. Do not perform lymphatic drainage massage if you have active infection, fever, blood clots, congestive heart failure, kidney problems, or cancer unless previously cleared by your doctor. If you experience pain, swelling, or unusual symptoms during our practice, stop immediately and consult a healthcare professional before attempting it again. Now that that is out of the way, hello friend, and welcome back to Torches, Yoga, and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren, and I'll be your coach. Today, we are going to take a deep dive into the what, why, and how of lymphatic drainage massage, and we'll wrap up with a guided practice. But before we get into all of that, I need to ask a favor of you. I've noticed about 30% of you who are watching haven't subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? It's totally free and no hassle. Come on now. I have a goal to reach 500 subscribers this year in our first year, and I really think we can hit that. We're only about 100 away. We can even do a fun drawing style giveaway. I will pick 3 names from every commenter until we hit that 500 subscriber mark. Then I'll draw 3 names, and those winners will get a free 30-minute one-on-one session where we can meet remotely or in person if you're in the North Florida area. Discuss your personal struggles and goals, or just what mindfulness might look like in your life. Okay, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now and drop a comment, even if it's just a wave, to get your name entered in the contest, and share with somebody who you feel like could use some overall wellness in their life. Enough of that, let's get back to our own wellness. For this workshop, I would definitely encourage you to have your water nearby and comfortable clothing. And if you can, maybe do this in front of a mirror so you can kind of check your own technique. If you need to hit the pause button to get some things together or to change your outfit into some comfortable attire, go ahead and do so now and meet me back here. So, let's talk about what a lymphatic drainage massage is and what it does. First, we have to start with what our lymphatic system is. It is a circulatory system that is a broad network of lymph vessels that are a lot like blood vessels. It has nodes, which are small lumps of tissue that contain white blood cells, and these nodes filter the lymph fluid, and we'll come back to what that is. Also included in the lymphatic system network are several organs that help our body process waste and support immune system, like our adenoids, our tonsils, bone marrow, and that's just to name a few. Okay, let's go back to lymph fluid. So lymph fluid is a clear, watery fluid that's part of your body's immune and waste removal system. It starts out as plasma, the liquid part of our blood, and it leaks out of tiny blood vessels to be delivered to be able to deliver oxygen and nutrients to our tissues. Most of that fluid goes back into your bloodstream, but some of it stays in the spaces between our cells. And our lymphatic system collects this leftover fluid, now called lymph, and it filters it through our lymph nodes to remove waste, toxin, and germs before it returns it to our bloodstream. So, lymphatic massage helps to push that fluid up along towards the filters to be processed. Here's what's actually happening inside your body when we talk about lymph movement. First, tiny little vessels called lymph capillaries act like sponges, soaking up all that extra fluid sitting in the spaces between our cells. That fluid is now called lymph. From there, lymph travels through slightly larger vessels, kind of like little highways, but these highways only go in one direction. That's because they have one-way valves that keep the fluid moving forward, and it prevents it from backing up. Along the way, the lymph fluid passes through lymph nodes. These are your body's filter stations. Inside your nodes are your immune cells, and they're checking the fluid for bacteria, for viruses, and other debris, and clearing it out before the fluid continues on its journey. Finally, all that clean, filtered lymph flows into the main collection points called the subclavian veins, where it re-enters our bloodstream, ready to keep us healthy and balanced. Now, maybe at this point you're thinking something along the lines like, okay, Coach Lauren, if my body already has this system in place, why do I need to do anything about it? Why do I need to manually help it? And I would say, great question, and thank you for asking. So, unlike our heart, our lymphatic system has no pump. It relies on muscle movement, deep breathing, and manual stimulation, like massage. Okay, friend, now that we kind of understand how our lymphatic system works, let's talk about what science tells us about the benefits of lymphatic drainage massage and why it's worth adding to your wellness routine. One of the main reasons people try lymphatic massage is to help with puffiness or swelling. In medical settings, this is often used for something called lymphedema. Lymphedema, that's it, which can happen after surgery or injury when the lymph fluid can't drain properly. Research shows that manual lymph drainage, when used as part of a treatment plan, can significantly reduce the swelling and improve comfort in patients. For everyday wellness, that same gentle stimulation can help prevent fluid buildup, especially after long periods of sitting or standing or traveling. Like I'm stuck at a desk a lot of the day. So you can think of it like this. Our lymphatic system is like the security team of our bodies, and the lymph nodes are where immune cells hang out, looking for bacteria, viruses, or anything that doesn't belong in our bodies. And there's actually a fascinating study with women undergoing radiation therapy for breast cancer. They received gentle, light pressure massage, and it helped maintain the activity of the natural killer cells, which are part of your immune system. That tells us that gentle lymphatic work can be a way to keep immune function steady, especially during times of fatigue and stress. But, friend, please bear in mind that while there have been recorded benefits in oncology patients, it's important to know that these benefits have been found in very specific situations with medical clearance and often performed by oncology trained therapists. If you're someone who has active or untreated cancer, lymphatic drainage could, in theory, help cancer cells to travel through the lymphatic system faster, which is why it's not recommended unless your oncologist says it's safe. That's why I urge you, if you have cancer, past or present, check with a doctor before starting this type of practice. Okay, friend, now I know detox can be a marketing buzzword and a trigger word for us. It's just the latest concoction that claims to solve all your problems, but I promise, stay with me for a moment. Here, we're talking about real biological processes. Your lymph helps carry away waste products, damaged cells, and other debris from our tissue. By encouraging the movement, we're essentially helping our body take the trash out more efficiently. That's why some people feel lighter or even notice clearer skin after just a few sessions. Your body is literally moving out what it doesn't need. Massage in general helps bring fresh, oxygen-rich blood to the skin's surface, and lymphatic massage does that in a very gentle way. Better circulation means your skin cells are getting more nutrients, which can improve tone and texture. It's why many people notice a healthy glow or reduced puffiness after a session. And one of my favorite things about this type of massage is how soothing it feels. Because it uses a light, slow movement and pressure, it actually activates our parasympathetic nervous system. And that's our rest and digest. Studies have shown it can increase alpha brainwaves. Those are linked to our relaxation and lower cortisol levels. This is why many people not only feel less tense afterwards, but also sleep better. But my absolute number one favorite thing about giving myself a gentle lymphatic massage is that it becomes such a deeply intimate act of self-care. When we tap into our parasympathetic nervous system, caring for our bodies, we're not just relaxing, we're actually teaching our body that it's safe, that it can trust us. It's like saying to my body, I've got you. I'll take care of you. In short, we're looking at a technique that can help with swelling, support our immune systems, encourage healthy detox, boost circulation for better skin, and deeply relax our minds and bodies, all with something we can do safely at home. Okay, as we've established, our lymphatic system is our body's cleanup crew, and when it's not flowing well, the trash starts to pile up. While sluggish lymph isn't a medical diagnosis, there are signs you can watch out for. Like if you notice puffiness or swelling, especially in the face, under the eyes, in your hands, in your ankles. If you frequently get colds and it takes you like forever to recover from them. Since the flow of lymph is key for our immune defense, stagnation can leave us feeling sluggish and run down. Skin issues like breakouts, dryness, things like this you can look out for. If you're frequently feeling just heavy and fatigued or sore and stiff, lymph can pool up in tissue, making us feel achy. If you notice several of these regularly, it's your body's way of saying it needs some help to get things moving. All right, my friend, before we get into the guided practice side of our workshop today here, I do want to mention, though lymphatic massage is gentle, that doesn't mean it's right for every situation. So I want you to keep in mind a few things. Always work lightly. The lymph vessels are just underneath the skin, so deep pressure isn't more effective. It can actually be counterproductive and slow down drainage. Also, avoid massaging over areas of infection, rash, or injury. We don't want to spread any bacteria or irritate that tissue any further. And I do encourage you to check with your healthcare provider if you have one, if you have active cancer or are undergoing treatment. If you have blood clots, congestive heart failure, kidney issues, or severe swelling of unknown causes. Friend, this is a time to connect with and listen to our bodies. If something doesn't feel right during the practice, stop and stay connected in the few hours after your practice, even if you do finish with us, to notice if any ease or dis-ease comes up. And lastly, stay hydrated. Water helps our bodies flush what we're massaging to move along. So before and after, we're going to get our water in. Remember, friend, gentle, mindful touch is the goal here. We're encouraging flow, not forcing it. Imagine the weight of a nickel on your skin. That's it. That's all it takes. Okay, so let's set the scene. You don't need anything fancy, just a comfortable, quiet place where you can relax. Think cozy and calm. Ideally in a position where your shoulders can relax and you can drop and your neck stays long. You may use a light oil or a lotion so your hands can glide more gently across your skin, but it's not required, and clothing matters. Choose something loose so that you'll have easy access to your neck and your collarbone, your underarms, since these are the key areas we'll be targeting. Temperature is another thing to consider. The lymphatic system responds best when our body is warm. So you might want to do this after a shower or in a comfortably warm room. I'll guide you through the technique and breathing here in a moment, but keeping your breath steady and relaxed is part of what makes this so effective. Here I've got my little jade roller. Ladies, a lot of us have these, probably keep them in our fridge to help with the swelling go down, and freezer. I would, if you keep yours in the fridge, stop doing that now. We're going to use that warm roller. If you want to use something like this, that is perfectly fine, just keeping a nice light pressure. Just almost the weight of the whole tool itself, not actually pressing in anywhere we use it. And they also have those flat stone massagers. You can use those too if you'd like. I like to just use work with my own hands, giving myself a chance to connect with and just better get to know my body. Now that I have talked forever, let me show you how to do it. Normally for my yoga practices, I like to start working from either the top down or the bottom up. But for this, we're going to start somewhere in the middle. More specifically, the collarbone. This is the point inside our bodies where our lymph drains back into our bloodstream. So we want to clear that port out before sending more lymph there. So we're going to come out onto the tops of our collarbones and gently pull from the outside in 3 times, 3 breaths. You can also do small circles here. And I don't want you to be overly concerned with ensuring you maintain perfect posture here. If it feels best to turn your head to the side and open up more space, then go for it. The only rule here is to listen to your body. Now, friend, with 2 fingers or your thumbs, we're going to come and start just below and behind my jaw. I'm just going to trace a curved line down to my collarbone. You're going to do that through steady breathing, about 5 to 7 times each side. Let your shoulders stay soft. Let's switch sides. Again, right below and beneath my jaw. Coming in here on a curved line. And then with our 2 fingers, we're going to come right under our chin. And we're going to pull it back up to our jaw and down to our collarbone. It's a nice, gentle movement through a steady breath. Feeling your skin, noticing any bumps, ridges, or scars we have along the way. Let's switch sides. Steady breath. Gentle pressure. You may already feel things starting to loosen up from movement. Beautiful. We can do it simultaneously. Now, let's move up to the face. This helps support fluid movement in the face, reducing swelling and morning puffiness. So starting at the outside, at the side of our nose, we're to sweep outward along the cheekbone and down to the ear, then guide the stroke down to the neck and the collarbone. And while we can do this simultaneously, using one hand gives us just a little bit longer with our body. And then placing our inactive hand on our lap, palm up, thumb out, helps invite that relaxation into our shoulders. Just gentle pressure. Let's switch sides now. Doing this one makes me think of my cat because he loves to be rubbed along his nose and his little cheekbone. It's the same thing. This is his favorite way to be pet. All right, now we're going to move behind our ears. These lymph nodes here filter from the scalp and face. So placing our 2 fingers gently, remember no deep pressure, we're just going to make 2 or 3 tiny circles and then sweep down the neck to the collarbone. Through deep, steady breaths, again, if our hand's inactive, let's turn it upward and invite some more relaxation into that side. If you do find your shoulder blades or that you're holding your shoulders up by your ears, no worries. That's okay. Just remind them they can come down. They can relax. All right, I'm going to switch sides now. Again, 2 fingers gently behind the ear. Just a couple little small circles there. And then bringing it down the collar to the collarbone. Light, soft pressure. All right, and then we're going to come to our chest. Just so I don't get the mic too much. We're going to use all 4 of our fingers. And the right hand is going to work the left side. The left hand's going to work the right side. That way we get the full range of motion and don't kind of get caught up. So working from the sternum, we're going to push kind of up and out, almost like we're shaping a circle here. I'm going to do it over my clothes so you can see the area I'm traveling. Then we'll practice directly to the skin. It's going to go up and down. Just kind of up and down, circling that breastplate there. Of course, can keep your hand contact on your skin. Just gentle pressure here. Steady breath. And switch sides. Just to arch here. Nice movement, kind of down towards the armpit is where we're aiming for. And then we're going to come up under the pectoral muscles, right under our breastplate here. And we're going to pull up and out. Pulling out that any stuck, stagnant fluid up into the underarm nodes so that it can be filtered. Nice steady movement here, steady breath. Using the palms, I like to roll the whole palm and fingers up. There we go. And then we're going to move towards our underarms. Lifting your arm just slightly. You're going to place your right hand under your left arm here, and the armpit at the bottom, not at the top part. We're going to place it here at the bottom, and we're going to do, for about 5 to 10 seconds, soft, gentle circles, massaging down and inward. Keep the shoulders and necks gentle, relaxed. No need to find tension. If you do notice tension in your body, just notice it. Don't try to fix it right now. Let's switch sides. Just a little gentle lift in my right arm so that I can get my left hand in there. And again, you can be right on your skin, but I want y'all to be able to see where I'm targeting my pressure here. Light and gentle, pulling inwards towards the body. All right, coming back to center. Let's pause for a little drink here. Remember, we're thinking of encouraging flow, not forcing it. Let this be a sacred time to stay connected with your breath and your body, appreciating it and caring for it. The area we've just massaged here drains into the nodes we worked in the collarbone, so doing them in sequence is what makes this effective. Next, we're going to move into our abdomen, where many lymph vessels collect before sending fluid back through our body. So place your hands flat over your stomach, just above your belly button. Using slow clockwise circles to follow the direction of our digestion, move your hands outward and downward toward the hip creases. This helps support not just lymph movement, but also our digestion and bloating relief. Remember, keep your touch light. Lymph vessels are just under the skin, so deeper isn't always better here. All right, friend, I invite you to bring your attention now to your hips and legs. I'm gonna pull my feet out in front of me. Make sure y'all can see everything. Feel the weight of your lower body sinking beneath you, sinking into the support beneath you. If you're more comfortable for this part, you can recline all the way back so that we can get easier access to our hips. Our hips are another important junction for lymph flow coming up from the legs. So for this part, place both hands just inside the crease where your thigh meets your pelvis. Using the pads of your fingers, make small, slow circles, always directing the motion upward back toward the hip crease. We're going to work it for about 5 to 10 seconds on one side Then we'll switch to the other. This gentle stimulation helps to open the lymph nodes down here, which act like a gateway for fluid from the legs to return to the core. All right, let's keep moving down to help the fluid from the thighs to move towards those nodes we just opened up in our hips. From just above the knee, place both hands around the thigh, sweeping up towards the hip, keeping your pressure light and even, just enough to feel the skin move under your hands, but not so deep that you're pressing into the muscle. Just 4 or 5 per leg. Always finish each sweep at the hip crease so the fluid has a clear path to the lymph nodes. Just a gentle touch, no pressure. No pressure on ourselves, figuratively and literally. All right, and then if you need to adjust, you can. If you're seated in a chair, I just want to make sure we can reach down to our ankles. So if you're seated in a chair, you can even do this by bringing your ankle to your knee to have access to your calf there. I'm going to go ahead and pull my pants up so it doesn't obscure the instruction here. Maybe get a sip of water. But we're going to start at the front of our ankle, both hands, full hands, and we're going to draw our gentle hands up and towards the back of the knee. Always upward strokes only. We're not going to push it back down. So starting at the bottom, stroking gently, feeling the curve of your legs and your hand. And then taking that to the other side. And then from our calf massage, we're going to come down to the base of our toes, where our toes meet our foot. On the top of our foot, using our hand, we're going to slide up to our ankles. Nice and gently, we're working our way around the foot. You can use the outside of your pinky too, just the outside of your palm here. You want to scoop it up. I like to work my way around the foot, the width of my foot, inside and out and up. Then on our last bit here with our feet, we're going to do the whole length of our legs, the whole length of that lymph highway. Just a couple times from our toes, around our ankles, behind our knees, over the top, and up to the hip creases. All right. All right, before we pop up and go about our day after such a relaxing and connecting time, let's take a little shavasana, little corpse pose moment, just a final quiet moment here with ourselves. If you would like, you can close your eyes to better connect inward and let my voice guide you through this final portion. Take this opportunity to do a body scan. Bring your awareness from crown to toe, noticing any sensations. Maybe some areas still hold a little tension. Maybe some have had a much needed release. Notice any sensations in your body, just noticing them as part of your experience. Nothing to fix, nothing to correct, nothing to judge. I invite you to expand your awareness and notice your body as a whole. Feel the space you take in the room you are in, the pattern of your breath and its natural rhythm. Feel the connectedness. I invite you now to deepen your breath for just a few inhales, noticing the temperature of the room you're in upon your skin. Notice the cool air on your inhales, the warmth of the exhales. Maybe take this moment for a little bit of gratitude. Thank yourself for caring for yourself. Thank yourself for taking this time to nurture your own mind, body, and spirit. Then as you're ready, friend, you can flutter your eyes and come back to the space with us for us to finish our workshop. Welcome back, friend. How are you feeling after this exercise? I'd love to hear it in the comments, or you can drop me a private message. My email is always linked. Save this video so you can come back to it time and time again to support your circulation, to reduce puffiness and swelling, and really just to give your body a moment of rest and care. All right, friend, before you go, if you found this helpful or calming, please share this with someone you know who could use a moment of connectedness. And make sure you tap the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my mindful uploads. Thank you so much for taking this time for yourself. And thank you for sharing a piece of your day with me, friends. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.